I have to go over here and find out. Yeah, looks like I am streaming. I just want to check by my phone. Anyway, in case I am streaming, greetings. This is Jimmy, and let's see. I'm doing this for the very first time, multi-streaming with two different places with my OBS software and Restream. I just learned that you could do that multi-stream through OBS by connecting a Restream account to it. So it's my first time I've done that to multi-stream to more than one place with OBS. I've usually used StreamYard, but with OBS there's more advantages. Okay, I'll share why in a moment. First of all, providing that I am live streaming, everything's good, and I'm going to check my Facebook page, my YouTube channel right now. This is where I am streaming to. Just make sure that this is going, because I could check on my OBS, make sure that it says streaming, but I just did on the ghost window down here. Looks like I'm streaming. All right, just want to go to my Facebook channel, Facebook page, and my YouTube channel. Yeah, all right. So looks like I'm doing good there. Let me see if I got it. Yeah. All right, so I am. It's working. It's working. It's working. It is working on YouTube. Let me check my Facebook page. All right. Yep. And all right. All right. All right. All right. We're good. Okay, so I'm connected. All right, so very briefly, first, hopefully everyone out there is doing good. How are you? Hopefully you're doing good. And I always like to log my live broadcast. So today's date is the 10th of, let's see here, December. Saturday, 2022, and the time is going on nearly 2,300 hours, or 10:51 p.m. Central Standard Chicagoland time. All right, so you can see that my picture-in-picture is in the way of some things here. So I can hit this. Uh-oh, I shouldn't have done that. And that hopefully will bring it back, right? I should be back in here. That just kind of, well, that's not helping any. Help me out here now. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, okay. And I'll come back in like that. All right, so let's bring that back up. All right, and should still see me, but I'm going to be disappearing here and there along the way in the picture-in-picture just to get out of the way, so you can see better what I'm showing. All right. All right. Now, very briefly, let me interject. I usually use StreamYard to multi-stream. I can multi-stream to 3 different destinations. I do have the paid plan. It's free, then $25 or $49 a month. I use the $25 a month, and with that, I can stream to 3 different destinations at the same time. Now, with OBS, I found with only directly through just using OBS, you can only live broadcast to 1 destination. But I found out tonight that if you get a Restream account and connect the 2, then you can multi-stream. You can stream to more than 1 destination. All right, so this is the first time I'm trying this, but the thing with StreamYard is this. All right, you have your desktop mic for your voice, right? So anything that you play as far as music, in my case, is going to come out the monitors, go into the room, go back into, and then go into, rather, the desktop mic. Now, when that happens, the audio gets squelched. Terrible, okay? And then when you're playing the music and you're trying to speak at the same time, it really gets squelched on both notes and makes for distortion, okay? Now, the thing with OBS is it allows for more than one microphone. So in my case, I have the Tascam US 4x4 interface, and we're going to get to these VSTs here. But the interface has a built-in microphone, all right? And don't ask me to explain that, but it does. And then what'll happen is when I'm screen capturing, say with my Bandicam, and also when I'm live streaming, and you can record also, like you can with Bandicam, you can record with OBS. I don't know if you can live stream with Bandicam. I don't think you can. You might be able to. I looked at it, and I believe no. But I could be wrong, but I don't think so. All right. But with OBS, whether I'm recording or doing a live broadcast, now what to heaven, man. I got this pop-up from Norton. Anyway, whether I'm recording or live broadcasting through OBS, whatever I play in my DAW, in this case coming out of my DAW, all right, now it just comes out of my monitors, but it goes back through somehow, just back through the interface, and then OBS recognizes the built-in Tascam US 4x4 microphone in the interface and allows for a separate mic, and then you just capture that audio only as from the DAW, as if you're sitting in front of my monitors like I am, and you can hear it coming from the DAW without any kind of distortion or interference or anything. Now I can mute my mic here on my desktop and still play this, and you won't hear it coming out the monitors into my desktop mic. You'll just hear it coming through the interface. Okay, now with that said, let's get into this. All right, this is what we're here for. And wow, this is going to be as brief as possible of a review. Okay, and so I picked up this this VST, Virtual Studio Technology, VSTI instrument. Okay. From Impact SoundWorks. It's a pedal steel guitar. Now it doesn't have any kind of artwork other than this user interface here. It doesn't look like a steel guitar, pedal steel guitar, nothing. My amp will, I'll show you that. But this is pretty much sophisticated. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Okay, there's a lot of things to look at. So I just basically got everything set on just about default, okay? And there's just way too much you have to deal with. Now, the only thing here, I'm going to play a little sample for you. When I open this up, it doesn't show any pictures of amps, but it just has a readout. The best setting I found here is tremolo. All right? Now, I'm going to come back and I'm going to also play some of this. Now, there's nothing like an actual steel guitar player, okay, or a lap steel guitar player, a session player, or what have you, okay? So this is going to be triggered using my MIDI keyboard. It's still, even though I've watched videos about these both on Amplisteel and Impact SoundWorks. I watched other people's videos, and they can play pretty good, and they can play better than I can, and they can make those things actually sound more realistic, okay? Now, real quick, pedal steel guitar here from Impact SoundWorks cost me $100 and something. I'm trying to remember exactly what. I should have my ducks in a row, and that slipped my mind as far as the price goes. But you can go online and find out. I think it was $150 $30, $120, something like that. Yeah. Now, I'll come back and I'll play some of this, okay? And like I said, it doesn't have like this right here, you'll see. There. Now, there's a lap steel guitar. You see the difference, all right? So, now, also, of course, we know that a pedal steel guitar is going to be on a stand with 4 legs. It's going to have pedals and whatnot. Now, the lap steel is just something you sit in your lap. And I'm finding out that $250 Recording King is they're 100 years old. They came out with guitars for folk music and Americana music and more like Southern music, Southern style hill folk music, so to speak. And they're actually, from what I'm learning, a really good brand. It just so happens that I have a Recording King guitar that I bought used at Guitar Center, and I didn't know that at the time. But Recording King has an actual lap steel guitar. It's yay big, sit on your lap, and I think it was $250. Okay? Now, this cost me $80. I remember. I ended up getting I ended up getting this first, and I did know about the Impact SoundWorks, but I got this because it was less money. And once I got it, I'm like, the sound, I'm not sure. I went back and I bought the Impact SoundWorks for, let's see, what's the difference from, it cost me $250 total, believe it or not, between the two VSTs. I gotta cheat, get my calculator out here. $250 minus 80. I think it cost me $250 total. That tells me then that this cost me $170. I think I got a discount on it. I'm not real sure. I should probably look it up. Let me look it up real quick. Impact SoundWorks pedal steel guitar cost. Should say price. Yeah, it's actually $179. Let's see. One says $159. One says $179. But I ended up getting a discount on it besides. So, yeah, about $170. But I got a discount on it, so it cost me like, I think $160. I remember it cost me nearly a total of $250 between the two, and I thought, well, for $250 you can go and buy the Recording King actual lap steel guitar, $250. But then you got to take time to learn how to actually play it, right? And then they're talking about customizing it and putting this bender on there and everything else. Is like, you know what? By the time I end up getting it and try to learn how to play it and all these other things, I don't even know if I'd be able to play it, okay? Now, the keyboard, I'm okay with. I'm fair to middling, you know. So I'll stick with the keyboard and use the VSTs. Okay, so as I was saying, now we have the ample slide lap steel. All right. So next we have right here. Let's bring it on up. Okay, it just came up. Now this one was free. I got this from Spitfire Audio, Christian Hansen and Guy Michaelmore. You might have heard of Guy Michaelmore. They're both in England. Guy Michaelmore, YouTube. He's a composer. Okay, a great composer, and perhaps not as well known as Hans Zimmer. If you know of Hans Zimmer, a composer he's from Germany. Lots of soundtracks for movies, but Guy Michaelmore is very accomplished as well. And Christian Hansen, they get contracted to create audio for movies, TV, etc. Okay, now Christian Hansen. So Guy Michaelmore is mentioned Spitfire Audio before. He probably knows Christian Henson, I would imagine, but Christian Henson is like the front man for Spitfire Audio. This was free. I went to Spitfire Audio and downloaded a number of things they allowed me to have for free. And this is their version of a lap steel guitar. As you can see, there's no real, distinct sign of a lap steel there. But also, I'm going to go back, like I said, I'm going to go back and I'm going to play some of this. And then here we have the Elastik. Okay, this is German. This is German made. It's over in Germany. And so the price, right? So I gave you the price for the Impact SoundWorks pedal steel is like $170. Then $80 for the Ample Slide lap steel, right? Pedal steel, lap steel. Now the lap steel for, go back to this, lap steel for Spitfire was free. And then, okay, this one is Elastik. Now, this is actually the very first one I bought. Very first one of all of them I bought. Bought it back a few years ago. And cost $50, okay? All right. I just got Spitfire, excuse me. I just got Spitfire Audio, second. That was this year, not too long ago. And also this year, not too long ago, right after Spitfire, I am getting Ample Steel, Ample Lap Steel, and then right after that, I got the Impact SoundWorks pedal steel. All right? Just recently, the three of those. Not too long ago, not that recent, but not too long ago. Now, this one here, the first one I got, so you got to map it. I don't know if you can see map it. So I'm going to take myself out of the picture there. All right, and I'm going to show you these again. I'm still here, but see the thing about this is pre-recorded. These are pre-recorded, and you got to map them. And I'm not very familiar with all that mapping, and I didn't want to. I don't want to use pre-recorded. I don't want to use mapping. I want to use standalone, free. They're free. You can. You hit a note on your keyboard, and that's the note it hits on your VST, your Virtual Studio Technology instrument, VSTI. So here, you got to map it out and everything. I'm going to give you an example. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. And here we go. Okay, bear with me. Here we go. So you got all these things here. Okay, I just muted my own mic. So we should be okay. Can you hear me okay? All right. So I was checking to see if I got volume on my mic. Okay. So you can map it all out. So they got, Jesus, I'm going to bring myself back in the picture again here. All right. Here we go. Should be back. Okay. Let's see here. Come on now. All right. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Here we go. Come on. So here, you've got all these different things, man. You got pedal steel dry, pedal steel effects, pedal steel XC, whatever that means. Chords, dry chords, effects chords. You got all these different examples. You got it. But man, I'm like, are you kidding me? And then you've got them all in different keys and everything else. Just, you know what? It wasn't even worth the $50 for me because I'm not really going to use that at all pretty much not for anything. So we'll get rid of that now. Okay, here, let's just get rid of that. Boom. Boom. That's gone. Now let's bring back the Spitfire audio, right? So much for that thought on that deal with the pedal steel. That was my first that I found. I found one by Orange, but I didn't buy it. and someone else. But you have to have the full paid version of Contact, because there are third-party plugins to use it, and I don't have the full paid version of Contact, nor do I intend on buying it, which is pretty pricey, by the way. What is that going for? I think hundreds of dollars, okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. To buy an $80 VST, I'm going to spend $580 for this lap steel VST, and no, I don't think so. Now, this was free, so I listened to it. I played it. Oh God, okay, now what? Yeah, that's the other thing about the Elastik that I just got rid of. Can you see this at all? Let me get myself out of the picture again. So what the problem is all right. Mapping on the Elastik, like I just showed you. I go to hit a key on the keyboard and it's not working anyway. I put it in the proper place where it say C1 or C2. I hit C1 or C2 and nothing happens. So it's not triggering anyway. So skip that. I could just as well delete the Elastik because it's not doing me any good. It's $50. Okay, I lost $50 on it, but oh well. Live and learn, right? All right, now, and I did buy it back in like 2018 or something like that. So I actually I just finally attempted to use it this year. I couldn't seem to get it to work when I tried, and then I contacted him and told him, and I said, well, I have to download their player. So I did that, and now the player comes into the DAW and fine. Okay, let's move on. So this here, if you go to their website, oh my God, help me. You go to their website, because when you play this, okay, am I still in the picture? Let's escape there. All right, okay, there. I'm still here, folks. I just wanted you to see this. All right, I'm going to go ahead and fire this up. Here we go. You hear that? Now this is on tremolo slow, and that's the best sounding of all the presets, okay? You've got, oh Jesus. You've got, okay, let me think about this for a second. Where is it? All these presets. Oh yeah. All right, so on this preset, you've got bow, muted plucks, resonance, chaos, trims, fast, tremolo, faster, tremolo, slow. And all those, the thing that only sounds anywhere halfway decent would be the tremolo slow. But if you'll notice that again, sounds like it's in a hall. There's so much reverb, you know. Now you can change that. Go to reverb and just bring it on down. But still, and you listen to all the other presets here that it shows you, it's like I had to go back and look at the website, and they says they deliberately switched it from a traditional lap steel and gave it their own twist. Okay, more synth and all these other things. Like, oh God, no! But it was free. I didn't like it. All right. I'm trying to think of who else. Okay, there's something else I had to go with it. Oh, I know what it is. So I could bring up. I'm going to show you this real quick. So if I add another effect, let's add another effect. I'm still here, folks. Okay, let me bring myself back in the picture again. All right, we're good. All right. So, bummer, man. I'm telling you. This has really been something else. So I want to go to my VSTs. I'm going to go to, I have the Arteria 49 key essential, 49 essential, whatever. What do you call that? Arteria Key Lab 49 essential MIDI keyboard. And now that came with, now bear with me if you will on that one. That came with, if I can see it here, Jesus, la 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 la. So Analog Lab, that's what it came with. It came with Analog Lab 5. I'm bringing that into, it's going to take a minute to load, okay? It's going to take a moment to load. It's a little slow. All right. Well, it says not responding. Well, just as long as it doesn't mess up my stream, we'll be good, okay? So, yeah, we're good. I see it's picking me up. It's gonna respond. It's going to respond. It's going to respond. I can't do nothing with my screen over there. In the meantime, I can't switch to another window for Reaper. I have a different tabs open on that. Come on. Buffering. That's the thing about these things. It takes a minute. All right. So it came with a bunch of VSTs, okay? Analog Lab 5. And now, if I add that, here it is, it's showing up. So if I add that to this as well, it's buffering. Then it gives it a different perception, you know. Well, once it comes up, I'll show you. But I have to have that set on a certain something, and then it does give it a different dimension, but I still really don't like it, okay? I don't really care for, I'm thankful that Spitfire does have free VSTs. I got a bunch more from them as well with the downloads, but not really using them. I might, but I didn't, I thought I might check it out and download them. They're free, why not? Appreciate it, but the thing of it is, I don't really care for their new generation of lap steel. Okay, that they've tried to do. It doesn't even sound like a lap steel to me by much. All right, so if I go, Jesus man, what was I doing? I don't even know now. Lap steel. Let's see if it lap steel here. La, 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 la. Here it says lap steel Wurlitzer. Well, now this actually I can control with my things over here. Now I'm not going to go into all that right now, but take my word for it, it did give it a different a twist, you know, with the package that the MIDI keyboard came with. Okay, and I don't really care for the Analog Lab 5 VSTs neither, because they're all, once again, synths. They're synthetic, or what do you call them? Synthesizers. I'm not a synthesizer person. Okay, I don't care for synthesizers really at all. I'm not an 80s guy. I'm a 70s guy, you know. Classic rock, all these things. Okay. Now, I do like the Moog. Moog is cool. I really love the Moog. That's pretty neat. All right. Now, all right. So you've seen that, right? So am I in the picture? Let's go ahead and bring myself out of it. Yeah. Okay. You guys seen that already. Okay. So let's get rid of that. All right. The Spitfire audio lap steel. Now we're going to come back to these two. Okay. Now, forgive me, bear with me. I don't know. I'm still a novice at playing the keyboard. I'm average, I guess. I'm fair. I can hold my own to when I'm a studio musician, a lot more than I am a performer. Okay, so this is my laboratory here. You know, I come in here and start working, and trial and error. You know, and I can record. I can come up with something and then record it, find what I like, and then record it. but perform it and record it. So anyway, here's an example of what this sounds like. Finally, we're going to get to that. Now, here we are. Is my picture-in-picture in the way? All right, so let me take myself out of the camera. Out of the picture-in-picture. Oh, come on, man. All right. There we go. This should... All right, now. All right, so I got the track armed. I've got it also on monitoring is on. Okay. Okay, so the CPU on this is pretty high. So I'm not a very good keyboardist. I'm not a great keyboardist to begin with. And now, the thing of it is trying to get the lap steel to try to sound like the lap steel. And I've studied videos and I've looked and this, that, and the other. And when I still can't seem to get it to sound like I want. See how it does the bends? Okay. So anyway, you can make up your own mind about that. Okay, let's go over to the lap or the pedal steel, and let's go back here and bump and bypass that and disarm it. Hiya! All right, that is now disarmed. And so let's go to here and arm this and hit the effects on. CPU is really high in this. So I don't know. You could go to other people's YouTube channels and check them out for the Impact SoundWorks pedal steel and also the Ample Slide lap steel. And you're going to find them to play much better than what I just have here. I'm still having difficulty on getting the pedal steel and the lap steel to sound like a pedal steel and a lap steel. It's going to take practice. It's going to definitely take practice. Wow. I wish it would just, play the keys and all of a sudden just say, wow, that really sounds like a pedal steel. That sounds like a lap steel. I mean, should it? Yeah, I think it should, because like if I use a VST of a saxophone or a brass instrument or whatever, I usually, and a piano, say a piano or keyboard, usually it sounds like a piano or keyboard or brass instrument or a saxophone. No problem, right? That's not my job for it to do its job. And I'm still having difficulties with this, okay? So trust me, I've looked at the videos online. I've got the settings set how they got them set, but they somehow can seem to get their things sounding a lot better. As a matter of fact, there's one really good video out there, and I don't even remember the name of it now. I believe it's out of Nashville. He's popular down in that area for sure. He has a nice studio, and he is raving about this particular let me bring myself back in the picture. Okay, he is raving about this particular VST, and he's got it sounding like a real pedal steel guitar, and he's got some really good professional sounding music. And I'm going to look it up right now, bear with me. Find them. I don't know if I saved it in like my watch later or whatnot. So let's go here. I'm going to Impact SoundWorks pedal steel guitar.
SoundWorks pedal steel
All right,
guitar.
so let's see here. I've got a bunch of them. All right. Now come on, man. Come on. Oh, here it is. Forrest Whitehead must-have steel plug-in for pop country producers. This guy's great, man. Great performer, great audio engineer. Got his music sounding so wonderful. Beautiful studio. So say it's must-have steel plug-in for pop country producers. He's a producer. Obviously, he's a performer. Forrest Whitehead. His video has 2.7 thousand views, nearly 3,000 views. He did this 4 months ago. He's talking about just discovering this. Here, as a matter of fact, let's play it.
Plug-in have different plucks and different slides based on when you play the note. So if you want more of just a pluck, we can do that. And if I just raise this bar here, we kind of get that vibrato.
So he got some vibrato going on. How do you do that? I'm going to have to study this video again, man.
On some of the notes you hear pluck. And this is what gives it that realistic feel. Go ahead and
yeah, see?
The way I like to work with this plugin.
Let's see if he bear with me.
The way I like to work with this plug. And you know, this plugin is so much more in depth on how you can find. Like
I wanted to see if he'll play some of his music here.
It's audio, especially in the context.
There it is.
Trying to find the steel part that I'm happy with. I'll usually fly to my last chorus.
Bear with me
and
on
add
this.
something a little extra on the higher end of things.
Should be able to hear this.
Listen to where the steel guitar kind of goes higher than what we just heard. Goes higher.
Well, he's raving about it, so let's turn this off. He's raving about it. He's saying it's a great VST, right? He's got the thing working. The guy's highly recommending it. Here's a producer in Nashville highly recommending this particular Impact SoundWorks pedal steel VSTI right here, okay, that I have. He's got it working for himself. See how he said he brought the vibrato up? Well, I've done that. Like, here's vibrato right over here. I'll move this out of the way. Here's vibrato. Doggone it anyway, man. All right, this turkey. All right, for the vibratos right over here, and I've messed with it, okay, and it doesn't seem like it's making a difference. So I don't know exactly what he's talking about. So like I said, it's going to take more. It's going to definitely take more practice on my part, okay, and so Forrest Whitehead, I believe the name was, over there at YouTube. Check it out. And it seems like he's got it working pretty good for himself. And he vouches that it sounds like a real pedal steel guitar. Well, you know, I don't know. I actually, after listening to, first of all, when I got this one, ample slide lap steel for $80. I'm like, oh no, I'm not satisfied, you know. So I went and bought this one. All right, so the pedal steel Impact SoundWorks, and I thought, oh, that sounds better than the Ample lap steel. But now, after coming back to it after a while, I'm thinking I actually like perhaps might actually like the Ample slide. So I'm glad I have them both. Let's just put it that way. All right, so here we go. See, it's okay, but I'm just I'm going to have to play with, fidget with the settings some more and see if I can get this thing sounding halfway decent. Okay, on my part. Okay, now let's say you got an really experienced keyboard player and someone that's I'm pretty familiar with good sound, so I don't know, man. You get the two gelling where this thing's really, you get the settings tweaked on it, and then my performance proper. I might be able to get the sound out of this Ample slide lap steel that I'm aiming for, that I hear inside myself, right? So let's go ahead and close that. And then also though, right here, what about this, man? I was really liking the Impact SoundWorks better right after I got that. Oh yeah, that sounds more authentic to me. The Impact SoundWorks pedal steel actually sounds more authentic to me, or sounded more authentic to me than the Ample slide lap steel guitar did, and actually still does. But earlier tonight, actually, I was liking it a bit more. The Ample slide lap steel, I was liking it a little bit more than what I originally did. Okay, so this here is Well, hello. There I am. I'm in the studio. Ah! Okay, let's go back here. And there. Oh, geez. Thank you. Okay, so what the heck am I doing? All right. So I've got my Facebook page open there as well. So I was liking the sound of this pedal steel better than I was the Ample lap steel. After I got it right afterwards. And yeah, this sounds better. But now, once again, I'm having difficulty getting that authentic sound, the truly authentic sound. Once again, I don't know what I'm not doing right, okay, etc., etc. I'm going to have to tweak the settings. When I finally sit down and I decide to really use these things and really record, okay, because I have one song that I composed and produced in 2017. It's already released, but I was thinking, man, that needs a pedal steel guitar in it. So since 2017 till now, 5 years, here and there, on and off, I've been looking for a VST. Oh, that's another thing I got to tell you. The Ample steel guitar. Hold on. These are very important points. Now, the Ample steel guitar that I just got rid of, okay, let's see if this will bring it back. Nope, it's not going to bring it back. All right, so the Ample slide steel is a standalone. You don't need any type of player that it goes into or nothing. It comes with its own thing. That's it, okay? If it has a player, it has its own player. That's it. Don't need anything else. Now, this one here, this is the thing. Remember I told you earlier, like Orange has a lap steel guitar or pedal steel guitar virtual instrument out there, and so does somebody else. I'm trying to think of who they are. I think a few people do, actually. Couple, what would be the word for companies? And I think an individual created one and sells them. All right, but you have to have the full paid version of Contact, and the full paid version of Contact. Watch this. what is the full paid version of Contact price? All right, so Contact. Oh yeah. Contact. Well, Jesus, got to spell it CON. Okay. Contact. $400. The full price is $400. Like what? $80 VST and at 400. I gotta no. That's a racket, man. You're gonna expect me to go? Look, man. Don't tell me that they're not in cahoots with Compact. Okay, Contact rather. Hey, I'll make it. I get this VST. We'll make it where the requirement is you have to buy the full paid version of Contact for $400 in order to be able to use their $80 virtual instrument. And the thing of it is, like, hey, there's nobody else hardly out there with any pedal steel, lap steel virtual instruments. So this will corral them into doing that. Well, here's the good news, guys. Two things. So, Contact Player free. I have that. I already had it. Well, the pedals, the Impact SoundWorks pedal steel that you see here does work in the free version of Contact Player. So the only thing you got to spend is the money for the virtual instrument itself, which is $170, I said, $179. I know it's nearly the cost of the Recording King actual instrument, lap steel, but which is $250. And I know this is a pedal steel virtual instrument as opposed to a lap steel, but still they're basically the same difference. And I know this virtual instrument costs nearly the price of an actual lap steel, but if you got a MIDI keyboard, and what guarantee is there that you're going to be able to, if you buy the actual guitar, okay, the lap steel, I'm not even talking about the pedal steel, because the pedal steel it takes a special breed to play the pedal steel guitar, whoever they are. Face it, right? You got the fretboards on the stand, and you got pedals and levers and all these things. I think you got to play with your feet, your knees, and you got both hands got to work with, and finger picking, and oh my God, it's just no. But now the lap steel guitar, it's a chance a person might actually be able to play. It's a chance. But still, once again, there's no guarantee. Dear Lord, there's no guarantee that one's going to actually accomplish it, okay? To be able to play a real lap steel guitar, even somewhat effectively, let alone the pedal steel guitar. So the lap steel will be, I think, easier to learn to play than by far compared to the pedal steel guitar. But still, for $170, and you got your MIDI keyboard already, right? Or let's say you don't. Go out and buy a $200 MIDI keyboard. Now you got to teach yourself to play the keyboard if you don't know how to play. So either way, I'm just saying, for me, it's better for me to just attempt this on the MIDI keyboard at all. Okay. Now I play guitar. I've got my acoustic guitars. Got an electric guitar. I've only got one electric guitar, in all honesty. A Les Paul Epi. Okay. What Studio Pro or something like that. I'm more of an acoustic guitar player. But thing of it is, man, secondarily, I'm a keyboardist, and I manage, okay, for my own music. So I said, you know what? Definitely, I was thinking about buying the Recording King $250 lap steel, attempting to learn how to play it, but I think I would have been getting in deeper than what I realized. Okay, so when I seen this, now these two VSTs ample slide lap steel for $80, and then the Impact SoundWorks pedal steel for $170 or $170 there for, you know, more or less. It's like, okay, I'd rather use those with my MIDI keyboard. And if by chance, because if I buy another guitar and I'm not able to really learn how to play that, I got another guitar sitting around not even getting used, and I don't want that. Now with the virtual instruments, if I don't end up using them, I forget about that they're all there anyway half the time. So, well, you guys, you can make up your own minds what sound you like better. I'm not sure if any of this even sounded halfway decent. Now, this is just, like I said, a brief review. This is not going into a lot of depth or detail of all these things and the settings of the whole 9 years. It's just way too much to go over. Way too much to attempt to go through that and then bore people with that. So, anyway, guys, that's it for this evening. I think that's it. This is Jimmy. I'm signing off now. Yeah, I did a video already about the Amplified lap steel, and I said, man, I didn't even play any music with that thing when I did the review. I forgot to even show what it sounded like. Mistake on my part. So anyway, this has been a longer video than what I would have cared for it to be, but at the same time, I had to give some detail over these things, and I did give you guys a sample of what it sounds like to a degree. Okay, don't judge me too harshly. Go to the other YouTube channels about those concerning those VSTs. As a matter of fact, all of them. You can check out the Impact SoundWorks pedal steel guitar. Lots of videos out there about those. The Ample slide lap steel guitar. Plenty of videos out there about that. Even the Spitfire audio lap steel, there might be some videos out there about that. And then also the Elastik. I'm not certain if there's anything about the Elastik that I just shared, the pedal steel pre-recorded that you got a map, which I don't like. All the other ones are freestanding. I could play my keyboard and whatever here I play on my keyboard, that's the note it's going to be playing on the virtual instrument. Okay. So that being said, I think I'm done on that note. This is Jimmy signing off. Lord Jesus bless you. Sayonara, and give ships you also bye-bye. Catch you on the flip side. Bada boom, bada bing. I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Not really, but you know what I'm saying. All right, God bless, and have a good day. Good night. As a matter of fact, it's going on 19 minutes to 12 p.m. midnight here, okay? And Central Standard Chicagoland time. Thanks for viewing and listening. God bless. Okay, shift 2 or shift 1 should end this stream.